Hello and welcome to the BooBoo-Racing channel. We are in France at the fictional circuit of Sainte Croix. With several different variations to this course, we will be racing on the A version. Our lap here is over 5 miles long, so it's a long lap. I have never drove a lap here of any of its variations to its courses, but what I will say, I have really enjoyed learning this combination. So let's get qualifying underway. I made a few mistakes on my first lap, but we are in a provisional 5th position and we go for another lap with the same tyres. This time we have a good slipstream, and that is what can give me a solid lap. Because I am so new to the circuit, I am very cautious in how much I attack the corners. With more track time and experience, this is something I hope to improve on. The Jaguar driver has got a 1-second penalty for getting lost with the track limits. As we're coming down the long straight, he kindly pulls over to let me pass. Good sportsmanship from the lost Sheltie, and coming into this section, this was one of my favourite parts of the track. As we exit the next right-hander, we see a Ferrari planted right on the outside of the circuit. This really concerned me, because if I'd have hit him, he would have had to go and see a doc. Coming into the left-hander over the bridge, I get really greedy on the throttle, clip the curb and send the car all out of balance. That cost me a whole lot of time. It looks like we have lost the slipstream now. It will be down to me to produce a good final third of the lap. On the left hand side we have another Ferrari off the track. These Ferraris are becoming a hindrance. Even though they're off the track, they kinda hinder the racing line. Coming up to the line and we get a provisional 3rd position. When everything's settled, this is good enough for 5th. So on to the race now, and we'll be starting on the medium tyres. Our plan is to pit on the last lap for the hard tyre. We have a Subaru on pole position with an Audi TT in 2nd. On the 2nd row, the Italian in the BMW lines up in 3rd place, with the German in the Honda NSX in 4th. I am in the McLaren 650S. These are all Group 4 cars. Halfway into the first lap, I am holding on well to the two ahead. We are forming a nice gap behind. The Honda and the BMW runs a little wide at an important part of the track. The straight ahead is so long you can lose lots and lots of time. Ideally, I wanted to stay behind these two and latch on to the leaders and have a nice comfortable race. But because of their poor exit, my racing instinct takes over. Up to third position now, and good clean racing from all three of us. The only trouble now is, I don't know where I'm going. I am really unsure if my pace is good enough round here for third position in this race. The last thing I want to do is hold the three of us up so the pack behind catches. I decided to get my head down and go as fast as I can. It was time to put that little practice to good use. Skipping towards the end of lap 3, and we seem to be running a decent pace. We've not had much hassle from the two behind. After getting my head down for a few laps, I put in some consistent laps. I've noticed the two behind are struggling to hold on to me, so I'm trying to break the slipstream so we can secure that third position. The pack behind are in a tense battle for 6th position. The Lambo's ahead, but the Porsche makes his move at the inside. He goes in really hot and drifts on the exit. The Lambo coolly comes back at the inside and takes his position back. Coming to the end of the lap, and the battle hasn't cooled down any less, and the Porsche makes one last attempt at the inside. This affects everybody's momentum. The Corvette won that battle. It's now the Portuguese driver's turn to try and get away. The Lambo and the Ferrari are engrossed in a bit of door banging. Coming into the left-hander, the Ferrari falls victim and ends all his chances of a top 6 finish. Back to BooBoo's race now, and we're looking nice. With the 2 behind still struggling and only 2 laps left, there's a strong chance of a podium finish. Coming into the right-hander, I get overconfident, and on the exit, we run wide. This causes me to hit the barriers and lose momentum. I've got a car on my outside, so coming into this left-hander, I wanted to make sure we didn't make contact. In doing this, I lose stability of the car, just like I did in qualifying. This, as a result, puts me back down to position 5. That chance of a podium might have now slipped away. The Audi from P2 has pitted and rejoins just behind us. As we come into turn 1, I'm nearly going to the back of the German, but I managed to just avoid him. But in doing this, I pick up a half-second penalty. The penalty was for track limits on the inside of the corner. Oh well, we carry on. Taking punishment for the mistake I made, we are going to lose touch with the 3 ahead. We should be okay for a 5th place finish. We've got a few seconds behind us, but that can change ever so quickly. We come into the pits at the end of lap 7 to get onto the hard tyres, and it's all about now if there's any hard charges from the back of the pack. We exit the pits in our 5th position, but the pack behind are not far away. With me being on the hard tyre and the 4 behind on the medium tyre, I did not know what to expect this last lap, especially with them being so close. We have done really well since putting the hard tyre on and caught right up to P3 and P4. The BMW has had to serve a penalty, and that has given us the opportunity to get P4. P4 it is. As we come to the end of the final lap of the race, I'd like to say a massive congratulations to the front two who have walked away with the race. Also, I hope it's shown a fine example of good clean racing on Gran Turismo Sport. I hope you've enjoyed and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.